and congratulations on your interview at Cisco. In an effort to help you rock your interview, here are a few tips from recent college hires along with employees who conduct a lot of university interviews.
One thing I really wish I had known in preparing for the interview process was the power of informational interviews. Getting together with someone, asking them about what they do on a day-to-day basis, how they got to the position that they're in. Everyone likes to talk about themselves, and so it's a really great way to get to know a role better than just the job description, and also to start to build that network inside the company.
Before the interview, if you have any questions about what you need to study, ask.
As a member of Toastmasters International, I have to admit that sometimes during an interview, when I'm interviewing someone else, I can be distracted by the number of ums and so's and uhs that they use. When you're practicing what you're going to say in an interview, make sure you also practice how you say it. When you practice in front of friends or family, or even record yourself, which is a great tip, count your ums. Have people count your ums and notice how you look down or don't make eye contact. How you say it is really critically important when you're trying to land a job.
Oh, that's a good one.
Be sure to ask questions during your interview. As an interviewer, we ask a lot of questions during the interview and interview a lot of people. So therefore, turn your interview into a conversation so we can get a better feel for your personality. At Cisco, we collaborate and we collaborate often. So what better way to feel your personality than through the interview? Because we want to make sure Cisco is a good fit for you as well as you're a good fit for Cisco. So please ask questions.
Make sure you show off any projects that you've done outside of work or school. This helps the interviewer see your personality and what drives you.
Your interview at Cisco may be in person, or because we're the inventors of WebEx, it may be online. If your interview is online, we recommend testing your internet connection prior to taking the call and to make sure that you're in a quiet and secure location.
I wish someone would have told me that.
When it comes to the actual interview, the worst thing that I ever ran into was leaving the interview and thinking, what the heck did I just talk about for the last 10 minutes? I hated finding myself rambling about situations, trying to explain my experience. So I've started following the STAR method, which is situation, task, action, result. If you come up with these STAR statements ahead of time of the interview, then you can really hone in, make sure you have a concise answer for a lot of typical questions you'll hear in interviews, and that way you can make sure that you convey all of the important information that you want to without rambling on and boring your interviewer.
Bring in your unique you, all right? You have to be authentic. Remember, you're pushing out a brand, and people make 90% of their assumptions about you within the first 15 minutes of meeting you. So know who that is, know who you are, and just have fun.
Remember, the interview isn't just questions and answers. It's a conversation with your interviewer. Build that rapport. Talk to them.
Take my advice, but don't inflate in your resume, especially you underclassmen. Because if you're a freshman or a sophomore and you're going for an interview, we don't expect you to know everything about what you're coming in for. We can teach you a lot. We're interviewing you based off of your personality and seeing that your potential. So no need to inflate it.
I wouldn't do that. Would you?
One thing I learned pretty early on, especially about the Cisco interview process in particular, is that you have to know when to say, I don't know. Interviewers are going to push you to your limits, but they're not testing that you know everything. They want to make sure that you can think critically, you can reason through a problem even if you don't know the exact answer, and that you're willing to admit you don't know something, especially in front of a customer. One thing that I've always done that has gotten a lot of really fantastic feedback is to send thank you notes. Whether it's a card that you put in the mail or just a detailed email thanking someone for their time, that really leaves an impression on your interviewer, makes you stand out from the crowd to say that you appreciate them and that you're willing to follow up.
Oh yeah, don't forget to have fun.
Well, there you go. We hope these tips help you rock your interview, and we'll be seeing you soon as a new hire at Cisco.